we are at that mark now, 14,000. 14,089, actually. We're just about at half the number for the entire year. Last year, 28,500. Now, the difference is, although you might think, well, we're halfway through the year, half the mark, it's going to be the same as next year. But we're not. We're into the summer months now, which means that it's flat calm for a lot of the time out in the Channel, ideal weather conditions. So it's days when you see boats like this, the Typhoon, which is one of the Border Force catamaran vessels that picks up 80, 100 at a time and takes them over. And as you say, 400 odd can come easily on any given day. I think this morning we were talking about 100 just over who had arrived, but there were more interceptions taking place in the Channel, in the Channel as well. So we could be looking at a couple of hundred or more by the end of today.
Cathy.
It's horrifying. After I was on last time and we talked about it, I checked back with the Conservative woman and we did our first alert. The first cross-channel were in 2016 and really they failed to bite the bullet then. Nobody took any notice. We actually predicted it was going to be like the Mediterranean. And it was a real failure of government not to grab it then before it was out of hand. Now we have a ferry service taxiing people in. It's not fair on people who are trying to get into the country legally. It's wicked.
One of the things I think that's interesting to focus on, that came out of arrests that took place yesterday, some dramatic arrests of 4 people described as senior members of an organised crime network involved in not just smuggling people across the Channel on small boats, but in the backs of lorries. Now, we've spoken about this before, Colin. A lot of focus, understandably, is on the small boats coming across the Channel because that is the most high-profile crisis at the moment. It's very visible, these people coming across every day in these boats. But don't forget, there is still an issue, and there has been for many years, of people coming into the back of lorries. And the last figures, 2021, 9,000 people were found in the back of lorries having made that crossing into the UK.
So broadly comparable numbers to
those. Well, and that's those that were found. Remember, the difference is if you're in the Channel, you are discovered, maybe with one or two exceptions, you're discovered in the Channel and picked up by officials. If you've made it across the UK, OK, you then disembark at a local filling station in the hope of being picked up, and maybe you're caught by the police. But there will be many of these lorries that come into the country and the people disappear at the back to be picked up by God knows who, and we don't know about it. So the fact that 9,000 are being picked up should be, I think, a note of concern.